Guys, Jamie the Kid 00 here, and I'm back with a deck profile that you guys, I promised you guys for some time, but I never actually got around to filming, and I talked about it in my last video, and that is my Geargia Karakuri deck that I've been testing over the past maybe week on Dueling Network. I know quite a few of you have seen me using it on there, and I figured I'd actually do a profile of what I've got of it so far. There is one card missing, I believe, and I'm really liking it, and I will more than likely be playing it at my locals on the weekend. Either way, I've got a wider pan today because I need to show you the various engines that are in the deck. There's quite a few different things in the deck, so I just wanted to really spread it out so that it's all in perspective. Either way, let's start off with part of the namesake of the deck, the Geargia engine. I would be playing 3 Geargia armor, but I only have 2 at the moment because the set only has been out for a few days so far. This is the integral part of your Geargia Karakuri combo, your OTK. Sometimes it's not a perfect OTK a lot of the time, but it definitely puts about 7,000 damage on board. It is the mainstay of your engine, and I will kind of demonstrate some of the combos later on in the video. To search out our armors, we play triple Arsenal. Arsenal is a 1700 lone fire. While it says 1500, it gains 200 for every Geargia on the field. That includes itself, so it will be a 1700 lone fire. Tribute it, get your Geargia armor, and then use Geargia armor's effect to flip itself face down. And you can even swing with this in summon it, main phase 1, battle phase, attack, main phase 2, tribute, get Geargia armor, set, go. Good times. And then another integral part of the OTK is triple Geargia accelerator. I tested this with 2, but 3 is definitely the way to go. These form the level 4s to go with your level 3 tuners to make your Karakuri BRAs. This card, when you have a Geargia armor or another Geargia out, really, you can just special summon this from your hand as face up defense position, and you just go off from there. Either way, that is the Geargia engine we play. For the Karakuri engine, we play 1 Karakuri barrel. I was originally not playing the barrel and was playing more level 3s, but I felt that barrel was needed to make your Barkion if you're running into a large back row wall, and if they don't torrential you, you know there's going to be Mirror Force or Deep Prison out there. So barrel is a really nice final tuner to go into after you've made your BRAs, and then you can use Karakuri barrel and Geargia accelerator to make Barkion. And it's also just really good to set first turn. They attack into it. Unless they've dropped 2 monsters on board, they're not going to kill it, and then you can normal summon a monster and go from there if you haven't got the OTK or the combo pieces. Then we play 2 Strategist. This is great for flipping your Geargia armors and getting more pluses. And of course it is the main level 3 tuner for the deck. But the best thing is to summon this off of your BRA while your Geargia armor is face down during your combo, flip face up, and you don't have to use the BRA's effect. And then for level 4s we play 1 Watchdog and I play 1 Ninja. If your OTK stalls out or if you have been having a slow game, drawing Ninja or playing Ninja is absolutely amazing. I've had instances where the BRA has been bottomless, and I've special summoned the Ninja with BRA's effect, attacked into an unsuspecting monster and gotten the Strategist back, and at least been able to end with a BRA on board and a barrel in defense position, so I can use the barrel later on. Either way, then we move into the more generic machine stuff. We play the Machina engine in this to give it a bit more muscle. We play triple Gear Frame and double Fortress. 3 Fortress was too much. I feel with the searching power in this, with the access to Gear Gigant X, you really don't need 3 Fortress, because you can just get your Gear Frame and get your Fortress when you need it. It's not an integral part of the deck, but it is a good bit of muscle that you can drop on the board. Either way, that is all the machines the deck plays. The rest of the cards are non-machines, but they are just as essential to the deck. Just got to pick all of this mess up. Right. The deck also plays a teleport engine in the form of triple Psychic Commander. We don't play any Krebens in this deck because Krebens does not kind of work with the playstyle. The whole idea is to drop tuners that can make you BRAs. Psychic Commander saves you your normal summon a lot of the time in the OTK. If you use emergency teleport in the OTK, you will go for 8k damage. If you have to normal summon a monster for your OTK, to like kind of start your OTK chain, you're probably going to put about 75 on board, but it is still a field that is really hard to come back from. Then we play 1 Tsukuyomi, because it's Tsukuyomi, and this deck loses to Thunder King. So Tsukuyomi deals with that problem with a bit of luck, and it just deals with other monsters. And it's also really handy because it can flip your Geargia armor face down again, so you can use its effect twice in a turn. And then we play 1 Gauze, because if you can, why not? Then on to the spells. We play the staple stuff of 1 Reborn, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Storm, 1 Book, 1 Mind Control because we play tuners. There are a lot of one-offs in this lineup. 1 Limiter Removal. If you have this, you will OTK because you can put 7k on board easily, so you will OTK easily. 1 My Body is a Shield. This is a personal tech because Torrential and Mirror Force are a thing, and Starlight Road is, in my opinion, too slow for this deck. So My Body is a Shield. If you often when you're OTKing, you will almost always have game. So dropping My Body as a Shield secures you game. The 1500 life point cost is a high cost, but I've never ever found it to be dead or bad whenever I've used it in my testing. So I think it's an awesome card. Then to help search out your combo pieces, we play 2 Pots of Duality. Because of the very fact you can just Duality for your Geargia Armor, set the Geargia Armor and go. You go from there. Then to free yourself from your opponent's back row. Skill Drain is a major concern for this deck. Play double MST. And then for the OTK engine, we play triple Emergency Teleport. Now that it is at 3. That rounds off the spell lineup. If I can pick them all up without splitting the sleeves. I can't. I'm just going to throw them away. Then for the trap lineup, it's very simple. We just play double Torrential, double Warning, and a Solemn Judgment. Now onto the extra deck. This is very synchro based. There are 4 Xyzes and the rest are synchros. We play for 5s, we play 1 Catastor and 1 Beast. Beast is very awkward for the deck to make, but it is in there as an option, as is Catastor. We play 1 Barkion and 1 Orient Dragon for our level 6s. Orient Dragon I talked about in my other video, just really my card for the format in the extra deck. And then Naturia Barkion is just absolutely ace in stopping the traps and letting you go for game, really unafraid of what your opponent is packing, because Mirror Force is a real threat now because it's at 2, and Deep Prisons are being played in 3s in a lot of decks, so you really need to be playing cards like this. Then for the OTK engine, of course, we play triple Shogun Buret, Karakuri Shogun Buret. Absolutely amazing card, keeps the whole OTK rolling, and aids you for extra damage against opponents' face-down monsters because of the very fact it flips them face-up, and helps you cycle your Geargia Armor, which is always great fun. Then for level 8s, we play 1 Steel Shogun, Buredo, 1 Stardust, and 1 Scrap Dragon, for obvious reasons for each one, really. And then for level 9s, we play 1 Miss One, just because you can make it, so why not? Xyz-wise, we play 1 level 3. Xyzes aren't really needed in this deck, except for Gigant, but get to that in a minute. Play 1 Zen Mains, 1 Utopia for level 4, 1 Gear Gigant X for level 4, because Gear Gigant helps you search out your combo pieces, helps you search out the Machina gear frames to help you to set up your Fortress plays. It gives the deck another way to play, because you can either play your OTK or you can play Fortress Beatdown. And then the final monster the deck plays is number 11, Big Eye, because it has 7 level 7s that it can make, 5 level 7s that it can make 6 if you count Gores. And that rounds off the actual whole monster lineup. If that's all you want to see, well, that rounds off the deck, really. If that's all you came to see, you can feel free to turn off now. But I'm just going to quickly go through the OTK that you can play off. And this is going to be quite clumsy, and I haven't planned this bit out, so bear with me. You start off, of course, by setting your Geargia Armor if you're going first, and end your turn. Your opponent attacks into your Geargia Armor. It flips face up. You get to use this effect to search out an accelerator to your hand. Appears your hand. Next turn, of course, you draw into your turn. You can flip this guy face down with its own effect. Flip it back face up. Use this effect again to search out another Geargia accelerator. You now have 2 in hand. And you're ready to really start rolling now. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that we're using the emergency teleport build. So we're going to teleport for a Psychic Commander, and then we're going to special summon our Geargia Accelerator. We're going to use these 2 to go into our first Karakuri Shogun. And Karakuri Shogun is going to get us another one of these strategists. Now, at this point our Geargia Armor is already redundant because we've used this effect to flip itself face down. So we're not really that fussed about the Geargia Armor. We're going to go for as much special summoning as we can. So we're going to special summon another Geargia Accelerator. This probably isn't going to get us game because of the way that we've used Geargia Armor, but I haven't planned this video out. So we're going to synchro again for another Buret. And we should be able to put game on board, hopefully. That Buret is then going to get us our last strategist, which we're going to use to change our opponent's monster. No, keep our opponent's monster in attack mode. He did attack us after all. So we want to push for massive damage. Then we go into our last Buret. And then we're going to special summon one other guy. Let's go with Ninja. Now, depending on what our opponent's monster is, we should have game here. If not, we can attack over the opponent. Hopefully, depending on the attack and defense of the opponent's monster, if we can't get game, we can just switch the opponent's monster to defense mode, attack with Quick, and set ourselves up for another play, depending on how you feel about doing it. But that's just one of the combos this deck can do. There are all sorts of things that it can do with that engine, and I'm really looking forward to coming up with more things. I will hopefully record some duel videos with this at my locals on the weekend. So I hope that has kind of demonstrated one of the combos that you can do with this deck. Just starting off with really one card and emergency teleport. Either way, I hope you've enjoyed. This has been Jamie the Kid 00 with a Karakuri Geargia OTK deck profile. Hopefully an OTK. And I'll see you guys again with some more content real soon. Bye guys.